Jackson Radio Show.
What's up, everybody? My producers are still talking about me doing a little Marvin. I was singing some Marvin off microphone. I can sing some. Just admit it. You're jealous. It's okay. The audience, they don't even hear you, but I sense the jealousy in your voice, and I see your face. You're jealous. It's okay. I'm the karaoke king, and you are not. Look, everybody can't be the karaoke king. Oh my goodness. Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. 844-551-8255. So the tweet. The tweet heard round the world. Have you seen this? I know you guys saw it. I'm talking to the audience. This is so funny. Donald Trump shows himself, I think it's him, swinging a golf ball, and Hillary's entering an airplane. And whoever did this little thing, the ball hits Hillary in the back, and she falls over. And for Hillary to fall over is pretty amazing because she's rather roomy, to use Hannibal Lecter terms, and she's not very top heavy, if you know what I'm saying. So for Hillary to fall over, it takes a lot. Yeah, because she's pretty steady. She's got a good center of gravity because she's roomy. But anyway, this ball knocks her over as she's getting on the plane, and so the social media world erupts. They go crazy. Donald Trump threatens Hillary Clinton, blah, blah, blah. And more importantly, leftists were trying to shut down. They want to shut down Donald Trump's Twitter page because they said, doesn't this promote violence? Now, I don't know how much of a sense of humor you have. I'm easy to make chuckle. I'm a little more difficult to make laugh, but I make myself laugh because I'm funny as heck. But you can make me chuckle, but to make me really laugh, I want to. That comedy's got to be good. So, long story short, I looked at this and I chuckled. I thought, that's clever. I like these guys that put these quick memes together and make stuff like that. I have the talent. I just don't do it. Meaning, I could learn how to do it because my degrees are in technical stuff, and it would be easy to do, but then I would just be doing it all day. I don't want to be like some teenage boy discovering himself. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get out there and do what I do, and that's to entertain and make people understand things in a more aggressive, a different way. And I know I'm good at that. In fact, before I go back to Trump and everybody wanted to beat him up, I was on a plane and I was flying next to a lady. I got upgraded. I got lucky, total luck, but I got upgraded to first class, sitting next to a lady who's a writer, ironically. And so we start talking shop. And she's obviously a gifted writer. And she says, well, after she found out I was a writer, she's like, well, what do you think about it? I said, well, my degrees are in engineering, computer science, and math. I never fancied myself a writer. I've never claimed to be a journalist. But I said, nowadays, I will tell you, I'm a gifted writer. But it took skill to get it to that. And I go, now, that said, there are people that write better than I. And I love reading their stuff. I just don't get to it very often. But when I see gifted writing, like I think Dennis Lehane's a gifted writer. He's the reason why I patterned my style after him. But so we're talking about different people writing styles and stuff like this. And she goes, I said, but here's what I do that I think kind of transcends the writing. I mean, it's like a singer who can't necessarily, he's not the best singer, but you get mesmerized by what they're doing. So maybe Stevie Wonder's a good one for that. Even though Stevie's a good singer, he's not the best singer I've ever heard, but he writes stuff that you're just like, wow, so deep, and his chord progressions and stuff are just crazy. So we're talking, that's the kind of stuff we're talking. And so I say to her, I'm more of a concept guy. Once I define a concept, I go, it's like, for example, leftism goes, well, Kevin, this is a women's right to choose. And I went through the abortion issue and said, what's it mean? Planned Parenthood, it's a women's right to choose. And I explained Margaret Sanger to her, which she didn't even know, ironically. And I was explaining that women can go anywhere and get abortions. They can get mammograms. You don't need Planned Parenthood to get women what they already have access to. So what is the bigger meaning behind Planned Parenthood? And I said, it is to kill minority babies. And I said, I know that sounds cruel, but it's to kill the dregs of society. And right now, that's black and brown babies. Our babies grow up when they're raised by single moms to commit a lot of crime. And Planned Parenthood is here to be a buffer. And I said, Dinesh D'Souza wrote a book a while back that explained the correlation between the drop in crime and the number of abortions. It goes hand in hand with the proliferation of abortions. People give credit to the police. Oh, well, they police to put more cops on the street, and that's why we had this dramatic drop and decrease in crime. No, it isn't. It's because of Planned Parenthood. And I said, and using that logic, you could probably convince people, you know what? Holy cow. You know, these single moms who go out there, these 13-year-old girls that go, my friend got a baby. I want a baby. I just need me a baby. And then some dude's happy to oblige. She can't raise a child correctly. Her parents are in their 30s. If we're lucky, they may be in their 20s. So these are kids raising kids and people that are grandparents by the time they're 28, 30 years old. And you're thinking that society can benefit from this? These kids don't even know how to act themselves. So I said, you know, the whole thing behind Margaret Sanger, the whole raison d'etre, as they say in French, reason to be of the organization was to keep society's lower class, the people that tend to commit crimes, the people that aren't caught in intellectual thought, you know, the hooligans, to keep them off the streets. And if you want to have that intellectual discussion, have it, but have it honestly. Don't tell me it's because women need mammograms. And she was looking at me like, that is so deep. And then we go into another, I don't remember what the subjects were. I said, here's another lie you get told. And I went into something else. And she goes, oh my God, I've got to get your books. Oh, Kevin, please make sure you email me. I got to get your books, and my husband will love your books. But that's the deal. And so we have to make people think. Now back to Trump. So what happens? Trump does this little thing, you know, he retweets something that somebody else did. He did this before. Remember the conniption the left had when he retweeted something by somebody else? And he had a conniption. Well, he retweets Hillary getting hit by a golf ball and doing a Louis inside of the plane, and people go crazy. The reason for that is they don't want you having discussions around all the other stuff. The issue there should have been, hey, somebody finally gets even with Hillary for all the murder she's created, or all the angst that she's created in her political life, the number of people who've been tortured by the Clinton family. It could easily be twisted to that. But instead, they talk about Trump. He beats her up. See, that feeds into the misogyny meme, or the misogyny concept of Donald Trump. It also feeds into the idea that Donald Trump likes to beat people up. We told you this during the campaign. You don't believe us. See, look at this. He retweeted a golf ball hitting Hillary in the back and knocking her over in a plane. What did we tell you? He's a misogynist. Why didn't he just go jump on her and, grab her by the or whatever? That's what that's about. My producers are they're looking at me and go, oh, he just summed it up. I did.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.